Hey folks, Mike and McGee here. Today we're picking blackberries on our property, and before this video's up, we're gonna make a blackberry pie. Let's get with it. All right, boys, get to picking them berries. When we get home, we wanna see purple fingers and white teeth. We don't wanna go home with empty pails and full bellies. You know what Mama says about that. Got there, boy. Huh?
Berries.
Ooh. All right, we made it back to the house. Caleb, we're gonna weigh his, just see what he got there. All right, Caleb got 1 and 3/4, what it says. Next, we're gonna do Matthews. He's the cameraman. He got a pretty good pile here. 314 and 3/4. Boy, that's a pretty good pile. 314 and 3/4. All right, that's Matthew. 314 and 3/4. David is neck and neck with him. Oh, he got him. 315 and 5/8. Got you by a tiny little bit, Matt. I mean to tell you, tiny little bit. If you'd have known that, you could have picked four more berries and got him. All right, next we got Joel, and he's got a bunch. He got 415 and 1/8. Almost 5 pounds of berries. That's pretty good and amazing. In just, what did we do, an hour and a half, probably? I think we picked about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And I've already got chiggers eating on my legs. All right, let's see what Dad got. Dad probably won. Daddy's been winning these contests forever. It ain't gonna be long. I'd say this time next year, Daddy probably won't win no more. But Daddy won this time, 5, 4 1/2. All right, my wife actually picked a bucket as well that weighs over 2 pounds. She just picked for a while until she came back to fix lunch, which we're very grateful for. That's more important. But that put us well over 20 pounds of blackberries. So, as promised, we're going to get into this pie making, and it may be more like a cobbler. I don't know yet because I'm not really the head cook, but we'll get into it. We'll get it cooking in this wood stove. All right, what you want to do is sort your berries. You can wash them if you want, but these are so ripe, sometimes washing them with water really kind of makes them deteriorate, and they haven't been sprayed with anything. They're perfectly good. There's just maybe a little piece of leaf here, a little bug there, and you do want to get the bugs out. I've eaten some cobbler at people's house before and got a little, I thought it was a piece of plastic in my mouth, took it out, Japanese beetle. How many of you, drop down in the comments, how many of you would set that aside and finish eating that cobbler without saying anything to the cook? That's just good Southern, what you would call good Southern graces. Don't say nothing to the cook, just keep eating it. All right, what we have here is a very full 2 quarts of berries. We have a 9 by 13 pan. We're gonna pour them on in now. It's easy. All right, My wife thinks I want to be on camera more than she does. No, she just feels more comfortable with me being on camera. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to mix 1 1¼ cups of sugar with 1/2 cup of flour, and that's what's going to thicken this. When you cook this, these berries are full of juice, and if you don't do this, it's just going to run water all over your plate. But basically blackberry juice running all over your plate. So take 1¼ cup of sugar and 1/2 cup of flour, and you're just going to sprinkle that all over these berries, just like this. And when that cooks, that's just going to melt down through there and basically gel that. Basically, it's just going to cook down through and thicken it so you don't have it running all over your plate when you're eating it. Next step, make the crust. That's what we're going to do now. All right, first thing you're going to do, take 1½ cups of flour, dump that in. That makes it real easy when your wife has it all measured out for you. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and this looks like sugar, 2 tablespoons of sugar. We'll just go ahead and stir that a little bit, and now we're going to add butter. All right, 1/2 cup of butter is 1 stick, so we're just going to cut that up in here coarsely, and then we're going to start chopping it with our chopper. Now you just want to mix this up and cut this butter up best as you can. Then what we're going to do is start adding some milk to this thing and turn it into a dough. And it's got to be the right consistency to roll out. So you're going to start with 1/3 cup of milk and add it slowly and watch your consistency. You might need more milk or you might need less milk. So we're just going to start it slowly, like mixing concrete. That's how I relate to this stuff. This is like mixing concrete, not like anything I'm used to doing. All right, we've got us a ball of dough. What we're going to do first is sprinkle some flour on our table where we're going to roll it, because we don't want it sticking down to that. Then just take your dough ball and lay it right there. Start flattening it out. And in a second, we'll get us a rolling pin in here. Now, if you get, it's a little bit too wet, I think. I got it a little too wet, but it's like I said, mixing concrete. You just have to know what you're doing, but if you have any milk left over, just drink it. All right, this here is a very old-fashioned rolling pin made by a very wise man, made it lightweight. It don't hurt if you get hit with it. I just got it just before she hit me with it. And so, like I said, we made it a little too tacky. We're just going to put some flour on top so that when we roll it out, it don't stick to the rolling pin. And our pan is a rectangular shape, so that's what we're going to shoot for. I don't know why, because we're going to cut it into strips, and so it really doesn't matter anyway. Now you can make this as thin or as thick as you like. You just suit yourself on that part of it. All right, this is the part where a construction worker can do fairly well. You just kind of start cutting your 1-inch strips, and you know what an inch is because you've been cutting lumber all your life. Just cut this whole thing in 1-inch strips, just like this right here. We're going to have to get a tape measure in here just to keep people from running their mouth. Now all you're going to do is just take it off and make your artwork. This is where you get paid as an artist. What I like to do is leave an inch strip as well, so you've got an inch of dough and an inch of berry there. That dog you hear barking in the background's Aftermath. He's all the time trying to catch him something, and he thinks everything's a booger, but he's out there guarding the place, and that's the main thing. I'm gonna go ahead and do this long strip the other way. And of course it broke on me. The thing about this, it don't matter which is on top or which is on the bottom. Oh, in a 22 pieces it went. Oh boy, I guess you see I ain't no cook. It'll look good from the road. All right, we're gonna take some sugar. This is just evaporated cane juice is all it is. We're gonna sprinkle that over the top. That's gonna give it kind of like that nice crystallized look when you get done cooking, or at least that's what I'm told. And by now, you know I never believe anything I'm told. But these are very tart berries, so a little extra sugar ain't gonna hurt nothing. And we're gonna throw this into the oven now. I'm getting my fire going on my oven, and I think we want it on about 375 to 400 degrees. We're gonna cook this birthing now. I'm just gonna lay the rest of that in there like that. All right, let's cook. Alright guys, it's time to try this out. Is Matthew in the camera? He's way over there. Is his face in it? We want his face in it. Alright, we're going to try out this cobbler. This is actually the first cobbler that I ever built myself. And I was under adult supervision, and that's pretty good. What do you think about it, boys?
Really good.
Drop down in the comments if you like Bluebell ice cream. Have you ever eaten Bluebell ice cream? Homemade vanilla. We would like to make some homemade vanilla for you guys someday. We do that every so often, not a whole lot. Bluebell is amazing ice cream. We had it when we lived in Texas and we moved to Tennessee and they didn't have it here. But since then it caught on and now it's all the way up. I don't know how far north they make it now. But I know it's in Indiana. I know it made it that far. What do you say, boys? I have to say, I highly recommend this recipe. Boy, is that ever good. With the wild blackberries, you got the tartness, which really pops with that sweetness, that ice cream, and that other sugar. Man, is that ever good. So I'm gonna just go ahead and have to wrap this video up because when I get into this, like, you know, to do it justice, it ain't gonna be a pretty sight. So I guess we're gonna wrap this up. Hope you enjoyed the video. It is definitely a seasonal thing that we do here. It's awesome. What's the funny? No, nothing's funny. Cameraman's laughing, you're laughing. What happened, Matt? Do you know? They ain't gonna tell me. I'm sure y'all know, and by the time I get done editing, I'll know. Anyway, I guess we'll wrap this video up now. We appreciate you. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video. What was so funny? You don't know? Why were you laughing? Because he was laughing? Cameraman. I gotta eat it.